This is the Big Gan Gan. It's a monthly published massive volume of manga. So basically it's got a bunch of manga that are running like a serial version of manga. So here you have the list of all the manga that are in this volume, and this is just one of many types of these massive volumes of multiple serials that you can find at bookstores. I usually don't buy these because they're just huge, but they are cheap. As you can see, it's only 620 yen, which is about, well, with the yen being weaker against the dollar now, probably about $5.80, something like that. So, but because this has the Star Wars Visions, the Elder manga, plus a manga version of the very first episode of The Mandalorian, I decided to pick this up, and maybe there'll be some other manga that I find interesting yet, but as I said, I generally don't buy these, and if there's a manga I like, I wait for the full volume to come out instead of buying these in installments and reading short chapters. So here we go. This is some advertisement for Final Fantasy games. So here we have an overview of the Star Wars Visions thing. It says here, Kamukurai's Shido. Let's get it closer. So, 日本のトップアニメーターたちによって新たに生み出されたスター・ウォーズ・オリジナル短編アニメ動画集を作品愛に満ち溢れた豪華作家陣がオムニバス形式で執筆。So, basically this is just saying that, as everybody knows, that Star Wars Visions project got some of the top anime creators in Japan on board, and they made like kind of an omnibus version of their own Star Wars thing. And so here they are doing they're gonna do basically explaining that they're gonna do comic versions of some of these visions here in this Big Gan Gan. So the very first one that they're doing is the Elder, and then here we will see the second one is going to, oh great, it's going to be Roppen Ocho will be the second one. So the volume 7 set will come out next month, so this will be in July. Then we get, this one is, Kyunin no Jedi, the Ninth Jedi. Kyunin me no Jedi, the Ninth Jedi. So this will be done by Ozawa Yusuke. This is going to be done by Haruichi, I believe. Then number 4, which that would be in, so this would be July, August, September, I'm assuming, will be Sato Keisuke? I'm not sure how to read his name there. And then also they have Star Wars Mandalorian as well. And then here, if you read the QR code, it says Gensaku Original Tanpen Anime Eiga Shu no Shosai. So details about the original short anime and film stuff. So let's take a look at the Elder. What's this? Big Gan Gan, much community bullshit. They're recruiting for, basically it's just an ad out for people who want to get good at manga. Mangaが上手くなりたいあなたに答える3大ポイント。早い、丁寧、幅広い。Fast. Detailed. Detailed and broad scope. Be able to cover a lot of things. So here's the first shot we have of the Elder. And so in typical manga fashion, everything's in black and white. So I kind of like it this way because, I mean, given the style of the clothes, and I mean, obviously the Jedi were inspired by samurai clothing, so it kind of evokes a little bit of that Kurosawa black and white feel. I'm not going to read everything because everybody knows the story. I'm assuming people have watched it, but what I like is that everything is pretty true to the, I mean, from my quick reading of it, it was just very true to the original vision itself. But what I really like here is how all the close-ups on the faces and the characters talking, and then you can see the way that they like just the eyes and then the font really express things and get it to convey just the emotion or a sense of heightened pitch in the voice just by that. And then typical manga thing where they'll have some comical little moment there where the Padawan realizes he kind of made an ass of himself, so he's just like, oh, okay. But yeah, great shot of the planet there, great overview shot. I really, looking at this frame here, even though this is for the Elder, it really reminded me of some of the early shots in the Ronin vision short. And here's the planets. The clothes here, I'm wondering, so this is very typical, I mean, obviously samurai inspired, but here, it reminds me a little bit of the clothes of Ashitaka's people in Princess Mononoke. And Ashitaka's people in Princess Mononoke are not Japanese. I mean, technically the movie is supposed to take place in Japan, but they are what are called the Emishi. The Emishi were kind of like the First Nations of Japan, descendant from the Jomon. And then later on, you had other peoples come from the continent, and they kind of got pushed up to the north, the northeastern parts of Japan. But they had clothes kind of like this. So I wonder if that was the inspiration. But yeah, I mean, again, I won't really explain the story because everybody knows it, but I think this does a really good job of capturing all the key moments and showing key shots that help move it along. And really like how the manga fashion, like here you give a little close-up of him thinking about something, that pensive of Dagayari. So he's kind of like, oh, but yeah, that's what I thought. And then, what's he say here? その老人が何者か確かめておいた方がいいだろう. Yeah, so we better look into what that old man is all about. So anyway, then we go on here. Is he done connecting with the children? And then the two split up to find the ship. And again, I really like a lot of these shots. The characters looking down just naturally gets your eyes to follow to the subject of the matter. Again, I really love this shot here. Going right in on that old man's face. It's quite the contrast. From here it looks very jovial, and then boom, instantly sinister. That's something you don't get with the animated version because, I mean, obviously it's going very fast and you don't have that time to go in and do close-ups on the face. But in manga allows you to do that, and it gives you a chance to pause and focus on moments like that, which I like how they did that here. And yeah, these are all still images, but once again, just you can feel the action and intensity coming off of the page. Very well done. And I love the shots of the rain here. I mean, it again a static image, but yet you can feel the rain falling. Oh, this is great spread here. It really gets the intensity of the fight. Oh, look at that. That just looks crazy. The intensity, the just pure evil in the face, in the sense of rage after having his lightsaber cut. One lightsaber destroyed. Oh, there's the great shot of the master. Yep. You see him turn the lightsaber off. And this is just the staggered approach here is so cool because it reminds you he's off to the side, and then he's distracted, then he turns, and before it's too late, boom, he's dead. And then we get back, and his body fades into dust, and then they have their little reflection. Again, more close-ups of the face, helping to move the conversation along and make it clear that they're talking about something. And here, at the very end, kids come out to say their goodbyes to Dan, who's been quite the hit with the village young. And just a wonderful shot at the end. What does it say here? So, 親から子へ、子から弟子へ、そして過去から受けて回されていく意志こそ永久の力となる。未来へと。I don't think it said this in the manga version, but I mean in the anime version, but I think this is really cool phrase. He's like, from the parent to the child, from the teacher to the student, from the past into the future, the true everlasting power is that will that is passed on from generation to generation. That's great. And here, that's the next chapter of another manga that is in this big massive volume. Kimi ni nidome no sayonara. My second goodbye to you. Just rough translation. But all right. And real quick, go to the Mandalorian part. So there's the Mandalorian. And does a really cool, nice color spread to start it off. Oh, this is great colors. Oh. And it starts right with the very first episode. Now this is a different artist, so style's a little different, but I feel there's a lot more detail here. It's really trying to be more cinematic, and but it still has that manga feel to it, like the really exaggerated facial expressions to convey the intensity of the scene. Really nice effects to convey the blasters and weapons being used. Oh, this is great. A shot of the blaster. Again, this is where I think manga does a really good job of, even though everything is still images, it really's got that flowing feel to it, and it helps accentuate the action going on. Okay, sorry, I keep switching hands here. But and then Mando gets his prey, and he goes, oh, there's the guy doing that cool little flute. He looks great in manga form. Look at that. Wonderful. You can really feel the cold of the planet. which is incredible. I mean, we're just looking in black and white here, but you can really feel that cold of the planet. Ogata kemono. Ogata kemono. But so this is, sometimes they do this in kanji. So you see, if you read this correctly, it'd be ogata kemono. Ogata kemono. Huge monster. But then they will put the actual name of the thing. This is Ravinak. In here, katakana next to it. So haikibutsu, but this is gray hold. So I guess that's the place where everybody throws their waste away. Yeah, there's a Razor Crest. Long live the Razor Crest. Look at that. That's just great. And if you're wondering what this is kind of like the Japanese version of doing sound effects. This would be bah! Bah! That's how that goes. And this is ah! And then here we got and things like that. Like his head's hitting on that. Okay, then we got that. Ooh, great shot of the beast there. Look at that. Great detail. Nostrils and everything. Wonderful. Mando shooting him up. And they have their conversation. Yada yada. Goes exploring around the Razor Crest. And then he sees what's going on. Oh, I love this. And he says, でも今年は無理かもしれないな。多分無理だな。But it doesn't look like I'll be able to get back home this year. And Mando's like, yep, that's probably, looks like it. Adds him to the collection. And we go here, and this is really kind of strange. Oh, they're setting it up. Okay, they're setting it up. So here is his Toe Mukashi. Haru kanata no ginkake de kuri hirogerareta kokkou no shoukin kasegi to nazo no hikaru ni hisometa kouji ni yoru tatakai to kizuna no monogatari de aru. I love how this starts here. It says Toi Mukashi. This is long ago in Japanese. Haru kanata no ginkake de, in a galaxy far, far away. Is that part there, and then kuri hirogarareta. Yeah, so and just the way the Japanese language is structured. So this verb phrase is describing lone bounty hunter. Basically, the story, this is literally unfold, but the way Japanese grammar is set up, like the unfolding of a story. And then the way the Japanese grammar is set up, it introduces your subject here, and then goes to the end. So that last shot gives you the sets up that scene where Mando and the IG-11 droid, they're gonna go in and they're gonna discover little Grogu, Baby Yoda. Oh, and then we got our next volume. But anyway, that is the Gan Gan. Man, 20 minutes here. That is the Gan Gan look at manga version of Star Wars Visions the Elder, and the majority of the first episode of The Mandalorian. So maybe next month I will, well, as long as they're doing these things, I'm going to buy. So I got, I guess, 3 more versions. 3 more editions I gotta buy of this. But anyway, thanks for watching. ではまた。